Alright, so we're back in our little spot here where I'm going to share with you this week's centers. This week's themes is like snow, winter, and all that fun stuff. So let me go ahead and show you exactly what it is that we're doing in first grade as far as centers. So the first center is just like a Snowball Fight word families and stuff like that, and essentially they each get a little task card that has a number on the top, and they have to find the beginning sound to complete the word. So they would go ek, and then they would see does it match with neck, beck, or whack, and then they would pick it out, and then they would write it down. And this is the recording sheet where they'll record their answers. And like I've done with other centers is I include the answer sheet. It just makes it easier for everyone involved, all parties involved. Next, we have our listening center, so they're going to be listening to a story on Get Epic. I've been using these like sheets, which I've showed you multiple times, and this week we're focusing on who is telling the story. Now, this isn't a prompt that's in the actual pack itself, but what I did was I used Cami. Which is a Google Chrome extension that you can download, or essentially it's already incorporated if your school district uses it, and you can go ahead and just change up the text on there. Again, it's Cami, and you can use that to upload any PDFs and then make minor changes to it. The next center is snowy sentences. So what they'll do is they will get a pencil and a little paper clip. They'll spin the spinner, and it's going to land on a punctuation mark. This is going to tell them what kind of punctuation they will be using at the end of their sentence using words from this little word bank. So they're going to be creating some sentences. So they'll be using three things. So they'll have this like a word bank, they'll have this to tell them what punctuation to use, and they'll also have their recording sheets to write down their sentences as well. We're also doing some other mix-up sentences, so they'll be using the pocket chart for this one. And what I did was all the cards are together, and they won't get mixed up because they all have a corresponding picture, which I love. As opposed to all of them being the same, they are all different. So this is like a little chimney, some snowmen, gingerbread, reindeer, and some hot cocoa. And I love it because it's all winter related. So the cards are here, so each of them will do one, and then when they are done, they will go ahead and write it on this sheet, which is double-sided. They'll unscramble it, and they'll just write it in. The last independent center that they will be doing is a preposition winter theme mini book, which I think they will really enjoy. And I got this as a freebie. It was something where you like sign up, but it's a collaboration between different TPT authors, different teacher authors, and what they do is they just each upload a whole bunch of thematic files. It's a winter themed mini book of prepositions. So it just tells them where to put the sticker. So I just use these stickers that I had. You can use any stickers, and then you'll just place it where it's at. So the first one says the sticker is between the snowman and the tree, so they'll put their little sticker right over here. And it's a little book, and it has, this should take them plenty of time. The entire book has 16 prompts, so this should take them plenty of time. So now we're going to move into math centers, and these math centers are just touching upon skills that we reviewed before. The first one being number bonds, so they're doing snowflake bonds. It does give them like answer choice options, which is great. When they fill that out, when they figure out what that missing addend is, they'll be making number families. So they'll be making addition and subtraction equations to match with the little number family that they've made. And like I've done before, I also include a little answer sheet. This way when they are done, they can self-check, they can fix any errors that they've made. And this way I can work with my small groups. Then I have my staples, which is iWriting Math and ST Math. And then we are doing this little snow problem sheet. So there are 4 task cards, so it has 4 word problems. For my lower kids, this may take them the full time just because they're probably going to have some difficulty reading, so I need to make sure that I'm there scaffolding all of that. So there's 4 word problems, and they're just going to go ahead, read it, draw a picture and an equation, and this is where they'll be showing their answer / their work. So we've been learning about place value, 10s and 1s, like 20 and 3 make 23. So what they'll be doing is in each little one of these bins, I have some little hot cocoa task cards. Anyways, so this one says 20 and 3, and just a little hot cocoa. And what they'll do, and I have 4 sets of these. This way each kiddo has their own set, and the way that I just differentiate them, like so that they know which one belongs to who, is I put a little color line. So that's that color, this is pink. It'll make cleanup much easier. So they have a number chart, and then they'll get their little card, and this one says 20 and 3, which means 23. So they put it over here. Now, not all of the numbers will be covered, it's just a select few. So they'll just be matching it, corresponding it, and so once they're done kind of matching, they'll be able to apply all of that onto this sheet, and they'll be writing the number themselves. So if this says 10 and 5, they'll write 15, 50 and 2, 52, so on and so forth, so that they're still practicing that skill. But they're doing a little bit more to practice that skill, essentially. Okay, next, we did penguins last week, and we're going to do a little bit more this week. So what they'll be doing is have an iceberg. So this one says 78, and their job is to find the penguins that make 78. So essentially they will be looking for a 70 and an 8, and they'll put that on their little iceberg. And there's only about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 8. Now the pack that I found for this did have like hundreds and stuff like that, but we haven't gotten there, so we're just using numbers from 1 to 100. And then when they are done, they're going to be recording it onto here. So they'll be writing the standard form, how many ones, how many tens, expanded form, and then they'll be drawing a picture of it. They can make a picture by doing a 10 rod and a ones, or whatever it is that they choose to represent the number that they've made on the iceberg. So that is it for our centers. Quick and easy prep. I'm going to link everything below, and I hope that you can take away from this and use some of these in your own classroom. So until next time, I will see you all soon. Bye. I can't help but feeling, just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could spin it. Mine landed on an exclamation mark. That means the first sentence that I write has to have an exclamation point at the end. That means I'm going to be excited or surprised. And here I have all of these words that I could write about. Ooh, I get excited when I open a gift. So I'm going to write about a gift. Because remember, my snowman landed on what punctuation mark? Exclamation mark. So I'm gonna say excited, I love my gift. So I'm gonna write that. I love my gift. Exclamation mark. And remember, I'm using an exclamation mark because I landed it on an exclamation mark.
Put a T. Can we say I love my gift from Selena?
Yeah, I love my gift. And then, so you can use all of these words. You're going to use this. Do you understand what to do for this center?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, that's this center.
Don't you know that I would, 'cause I'm just loving